Good morning, folks. How are you? Thank you so much for joining All In with Mrs. Kru and Nu. I am Mrs. Kongs-R-Us and... Nu, I don't hear you at the moment. Don't worry, it's still early where we are.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
All right. NuSenSayShen here. I'm so glad you guys joined us again. It's been a bit. And we have a special guest today, which we're both very excited about. And I bet you guys are too. So let's get started.
Yeah. So we want to welcome LadyLunaOda or Luna.
Hey. Sorry. I was getting everything set up. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yep.
Okay. Hi.
Hello. I heard you're a big Kingdom Hearts fan, and I found my Monsters Inc. onesie. Although I'll take it off because it's starting to feel a little warm.
Nice.
Tell me about your onesie. Look at that.
Yes, it's a panda with ears.
So cute.
So you got a tail, but I don't feel like getting up.
And I don't know if you could tell, but this is my Shiba. I've worn it before, but my little Shiba Inu. So we're going to be comfy today since we have a guest on.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I look at your red around your neck, Nu, and I keep thinking, is that supposed to be the collar or is that the mouth? It's the collar, right?
That's a good question, but I think it's the collar. Yeah,
okay.
That would make sense.
Here, I'm going to take off the hood. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little warm now. But I always ask in many of my team meetings an icebreaker question. I figured I'm going to ask y'all the same icebreaker question. So, Luna, this is a question for you, as well as everybody who's here in the chat with us. Good morning, William Wright. Good morning, Pablo Grads Gaming. Good morning, Ricardo War 444 Elzano. Good morning, Footy. Oh my gosh, or Goofy Foot. Excuse me. There's a lot of folks here. I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, Goofy Foot. Chucky.
My icebreaker question for you, Luna, as well as the chat, is what is your favorite mythical creature?
I'm going to have to go with mermaid.
Mermaid. Interesting. Okay. Oh, you came prepped.
I actually got this from Disney.
Did you? Oh, is that Ariel?
On the inside, yeah. It says fairy tales and seashells.
Wow, that's pretty rad. I'm going to try to drop this question into the chat. Is your favorite? Of course, I have to... mythical creatures. I'm trying to type as fast as I can.
Take your time.
You're fine.
Yeah, so lady, you have your donut, right? You have your donut ready because we do donuts.
Yes.
Ooh, what kind is that?
It's just the glazer with a little chocolate drizzle.
All right. So,
and then I've also got another one here. It's just a regular
Nice.
donut, but it's got chocolate on the inside of it.
Ooh,
Nice.
so reverse
Nice.
eclair.
So here's what I have. This is my favorite.
Ooh.
It's got like the raspberry
No.
filling in the middle. Mm-hmm.
I heard you got like a fork and a knife just in case it got everywhere.
Well, I don't want to get my hands sticky.
Oh, I was going to get my donut this morning, but I was being lazy and I woke up late. So I just made green tea chocolate mochi.
Oh, of course you did. You have to be like a little healthy, right? Put enough
This isn't healthy. It's covered in sugar.
And the fact that they're Mickey Mouses is cute.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I bought this new waffle maker that you can actually rotate. The best thing ever. Oh my gosh. Did someone say donuts? Yes, rainwater.
Sorry, I know you probably can't have donuts. Ugh.
That is a bummer. Well, I'm seeing some replies to our favorite mythical creature. Of course, Kongs-R-Us would say the
succubus.
Our daughter's favorite.
My second favorite is
the
probably
incubus, right?
vampire.
What's that?
My second favorite is vampire.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think for a lot of people that would probably be true.
Yeah.
Well, I know Billy Chick said that she's missing out this morning because she's watching the new Batman movie, which there's our favorite vampire, and they're both in DC world and in Steph Meyer's world.
Yes.
We have dragon. Dragon's very cool. Oh, unicorn. Somebody had to say unicorn, of course.
Of course.
Okay, what's this? What's a rainicorn?
A rainicorn?
I'm not
never
sure.
heard of a rainicorn.
We got a Leviathan.
Oh, that's different.
Chad, you need to know what a
Your husband is being dirty.
Well, okay, so the only reason why I know he says this is because our daughter's favorite character in Marvel vs. Capcom is Morgan. So if he didn't say more like a succubus, then it's like, all right, then why are we wearing Morgan outfits all the time?
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Excellent. Thank you all for sharing your
Sasquatch. Okay, I like where you're going with that. Medusa. Then you can't look at her, right?
Right.
Bad things happen.
Oh, a rainicorn is a rainbow unicorn from Adventure Time. Oh, cute.
Oh, Adventure Time. That's so cute.
I should have known
My
that.
son used to watch that show.
I think I'm gonna have to look that up because our daughter's favorite color is rainbow. Of course, and you're like, we can't buy things that are rainbow, baby.
She likes them all, not just one color, all of them.
Anywho, let's move on. I'd love to hear what our 3 Gs are for this week. I'll start with Nu, so that way, Luna, you can hear some of the questions that we're going to ask, and then we're going to ask you as well, too. So, Nu, tell me, what is your game of the week?
Okay, so I have 2 because I've been playing them like mad. Pokemon Yellow, which was a suggestion from my husband and my son, and I love it. Been playing that on the Switch. And then Mario Kart 8. Which is kind of funny because when I played it, like Mario Kart way back in the day, I did not like it at all. I was not a fan. I was not good at it. It was just frustrating for me. So it was like, nah, I'm not going to play this game. But I gave it another try because I saw on Moat Stream people playing together and they were having so much fun. And it was fun just to watch it. And so I was like, I have to give this another shot. And I am in love. So those are my 2 big ones. And then since our last stream, I've been playing Nier Replicant, and that one's really cool. It's just a totally different genre of a game, so I'll be going back and forth with that one. But I've been obsessed with the Switch lately. So
yeah, my game of the week, it's so sad. I saw on Amazon, the Disney re-released their classics, so Aladdin, Lion King, and Jungle Book. And I was like, I have to get it. It's on the Switch. I bought it, and it was out of stock at the time. And I was like, ooh, I want to play this now because, like, for $12, that's worth it. Right. I finally got it. I didn't realize you had to play on a Switch. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm not going to put it on the big TV, our 60-inch TV, because I remember playing on a tiny, like, 30-inch CRT TV, those tube TVs. And then so I was like, I'll just try it on the Switch and see what happens. My goodness, these games are not made to be played on the Switch because you could hardly tell the details. I kept dying in one stage because I couldn't see the little ledge that you're supposed to like hop
okay.
over. But yeah, it's so nostalgic. I loved it. I think I'm at this age where like, I just want to play the game, but they kept trying to put a little movie in front, like the Aladdin one especially. They put a little movie in front of me, and I couldn't skip it. And I was like, I can't. 2 minutes. I can't wait for this.
Yeah.
So it was fun. It was totally nostalgic. But yeah, that's my game of the week. I probably put it on top of it, one of the TVs just to see it. But I feel so wrong seeing like this old school game played on a OLED 60-inch TV. I don't even know what the graphics are gonna look like, or if like the poor game is gonna freeze up because it's like, no, we can't. Too many frames per second.
It's all good. You're
Yeah,
good. It's not.
Definitely.
Yeah, Luna, what is your game of the week?
So, of course, I've been playing Kingdom Hearts like crazy on stream, you know, and all this other stuff. But right now, I'm playing Gran Turismo. I just started yesterday. So, yeah, just playing around. You know, I love racing.
So, what platform are you playing that on?
PS5.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so it's just like I don't know much about it. It's a racing game, right?
Right, but basically the goal is you just collect cars.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, it's a multiplayer. You can race other people, but mainly you're just collecting cars and tuning them up, and you know you can repaint them or whatever. So it's just a car lover game. That's pretty much what it is.
Gotcha.
It sounds like I remember being able to do all the little combinations and colors and stuff like that too. So I imagine it's like expanded even more.
Oh my god, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful game. It really is.
I need to get back into it. Oh my goodness. We got a $3 super chat from How to Bachelors. Thank you so much. And well wishes of a wonderful day. For that, I'm going to give us a quick little video. What do we have?
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. I didn't realize how hard it is when you're thinking about something, and the next thing you're going to do is I'm going to go look at something right away. But why don't we do
expensive toys? My Macross toys are like $200-$300 each, and I was selling some like rare items at the time. And so
listen to him. You listen to what he's saying.
He's crazy. Did you see the room?
Yeah.
I love those moments. I'm trying out some new stuff, so I hope you enjoy those little music in the background for it too. I am still trying to clip all these moments with Kongs-R-Us and Rev. So if y'all in the chat find anything worth clipping, please clip them in the comments of their videos. It'll make my world easier because I realize Kongs-R-Us never slips up in any of his streams. So it's really hard to find a moment with. Although I heard there was one where he shot himself in the face. So we're going to get that clip sooner or later. Hollywood Polo has a question for us. Encanto and Disney Plus is interesting story. Lots of cool songs. Yes. Have you two seen Encanto?
Encanto is pretty good.
I haven't seen it yet, but my daughter saw it and she loved it. So I'm sure at some point, you know, because kids, they watch things over and over. So
oh yeah, definitely.
I'll definitely make a point to watch it because I've heard good things about it. So yeah.
Oh,
it's really good.
Once you start watching it, there's going to be a song that's going to be on loop the entire time. I can't believe we don't talk about Bruno. Maybe
if you're on TikTok, then it's yeah, you just go around the house singing Bruno.
I know, very much true. Hey, let's move on to the next question. Nu, I'll start with you. Geek flossing.
All right, so I didn't have much like for this one, but so I wanted to again because I think people like to see what you're playing on actually, because there are different versions. So this is the Switch that I've been playing on, and we bought this a few years ago for the kids, and they played with it a little bit, but then kind of moved on to PC games because that was more interesting for them. And so me picking this up again has given it a whole new life. And oh, big surprise! After I started playing this, my daughter, who's 7, she's playing it again. So that's good because it gets more use and everything. And I just love it because I can take it anywhere. I can sit comfortably on the couch, you know, lounging. I don't have to be sitting at a PC, like, you know, kind of uncomfortable. So this is my jam lately. So that's my little geek floss for this week.
Yeah. And Luna, we could probably say geeking is anything that you're doing, that you're interested in, that you want to share a little bit about. So I'm going to like switch this a little bit different, and I'm gonna geek floss on the fact that like I've been training for a half marathon and I finally finished it last week. Hence the reason why we were kind of on break for a little bit to let me train. I didn't realize how much I was going to get into the whole tracking and being able to like measure your run. So I think I loaded so many different apps on my phone. I had one point had the Nike app, the Under Armour app, the Adidas app, and then I went back to the Google Fit app to track all my runs, but it was insane. I'm not that much of a long distance runner, so I think this was the one and done for me. But I am very excited. This was through the Walt Disney World Disney Princess Half Marathon, and it's one of those like I've never run a half marathon before. If I'm gonna get this badass medal, I might as well just pay for the Disney one and get it. I don't know if I'll be able to run in person with the crowd because those folks are just like in a whole new world. They're wearing costumes and outfits, and I was like, I'm just gonna wear my normal running gear and just like go for the run. But I definitely got on that past 2 months. Again, hence the reason why we're on pause for a little bit so I can train and be able to do all these things. But I am happy to be done. I cannot wait for my goddamn medal. I couldn't believe that you actually have to submit your time and then you get your medal. All other virtual runs that I've done, they send it to you ahead of time that you can at least wear it when you finish the run. But I guess this was incentive for people to do the run and submit your time. So that's what I've been geeking out on. I am so stoked for it. I'm also very stoked to now be able to like not have to wake up on Sundays and think like, what do I have to eat today so I can go on this stinky run?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you get your medal, you should do like a little short where you have like a medal ceremony, and maybe Mr. Kongs-R-Us like presents it to you and everything. That would be cool.
I should. I've got so many. Yeah, I had so many of my friends tell me during my run I should have Kongs-R-Us and the kids kind of stop at every marker to give me water. And I was like, no, you don't want to see me. I honestly trained to run 10 miles. And then at mile 11, I was crying. I physically was crying. I was like, oh, 5-year-old, stop. I'm done running. I can't run this anymore. So I think like, yeah, maybe we'll do the medal ceremony. That seems a little bit more something I could do.
Work hard for it. Should definitely have that.
And I see he's agreeing on that medal ceremony idea too. All right, Luna, what are you geeking out with this week?
My Oculus Quest 2. Yes, I got it for Christmas and I've been playing it. So I'm trying to, get into better games. Like there's a game called Zenith. It's an MMO VR. That thing has made me sick multiple times. I'm trying to get my VR legs because every time I like jump somewhere, my body feels like I'm going this way. So yeah, you're sitting down and your body like feels like it's moving, but it's really not. So yeah, it's very weird.
Have you played the first Oculus Quest before? I'm curious.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm curious because I have the first Quest. And I haven't heard anything about the Quest 2. And then like the Quest like 1 was also, we had a couple of fun games we were playing, but I wasn't playing those like those MMR games. I was more playing like the Beat Sabers, the ones where you could play your
I've never really played with the Quest 2. I've played with a little bit of the PSVR, but I never really actually had a VR system until like Christmas. So I was really able to like have Beat Saber and put my avatar in the thing. So I've been like looking at full body tracking, there's these things called Slime VR and it's got like their Wi-Fi enabled. So you don't have to worry about base stations or anything like that. But I've been using the 360, the Kinect 360 to be able to just track my lower body, so it can, do all that. So yeah, it's a lot of fun to try to figure out.
Well, that's good because you're going to be helping me because I wanted to do some like shorts with Beat Saber because I love playing it. It's so much fun, but figuring that out and how to show like the full body so that somebody's looking at it.
Yeah, the mixed reality it's definitely different. You just gotta get the right software and stuff. So,
yep, that's cute. Like VR game looks great.
There's a lot of arm stuff, dude. Lots of arm stuff.
Lots of arm stuff, definitely.
Well, it's mostly arm stuff. So
I saw my son play the Vader one for the original Quest, which is really cute because you do the little lightsaber, but then at some point they have you climb. So I was like, I know they want you to do your arm, but I couldn't see if he was actually like using his feet too. I don't think they were looking for feet because like you have like the hand modes.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, VR sickness is real. I think that's the hard part for me too. Like I can't look at games that are like multi-dimensional, has like weird. It doesn't have shadows. It doesn't look real to me. So when you're playing the Quest, how long are you playing with it before you're like, nope, you got to take this off?
Well, it depends on what game. Like Beat Saber, I can handle just fine. You know, if it's like games that have like locomotion in it, so like you're standing and you like use the analog sticks to move, you gotta like you gotta be able to just get used to that, because otherwise you're just never gonna, you know, you're never
My
gonna
experience
be able to
too,
play
and like
those.
with the roller coaster game, that one affected me the most. Like I had to sit down.
Oh yeah,
because I felt like I was gonna fall over.
they say to have peppermints, ginger ale, and also take motion sickness meds. Before, like one of our first plays Zenith, I was able to play for 6 hours. I used the link cable, so I was able to do that, and it worked fine for me. Like I was standing up for a little while, and then I ended up like just sitting down, you know, because I couldn't. But you know, after I sat down, I felt fine.
Yeah.
So.
That totally makes sense to just use like peppermint oil as you're playing too. Not only is it to clear your senses, it's supposed to help with this so you can play longer.
That, and also acupuncture on your wrists.
Oh, good Lord. This is a lot of like prep work for playing.
You think that maybe they should include that as a welcome package when you get your Oculus Quest, because they're an expensive little piece of machinery. It should be.
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah, here's the headset. Oh, by the way, here's a welcome kit with all these like wonderful seasickness like things that you can play or use with it too.
Right, and it's also better if you get the Elite strap. Don't get the stock one.
Yes,
I agree. Don't get the brand strap, because
the
apparently
thing that you crank at the back.
Oh yeah, there's third-party ones that are a lot better.
Okay,
makes a big difference. Yep.
Oh, that's true. Because then at one point when I was playing, I had to like hold it up because like you would.
Yeah, because the stock strap just no. I've got the stock strap right now. I'm working on getting the Elite strap. So
yeah, I agree with that.
I've been watching videos on how to make it more comfortable, and plus with glasses, it just
There's the extender for the glasses too, right? Or is it still doesn't?
I've got the lens spacer on. It's still just because my glasses are so wide, because I've got astigmatism in both my eyes.
Oh, okay.
But they're just so wide. It's a pain in the butt just to take it off and on and all this other stuff. Yeah,
it's very true. Alrighty, let's move on to our last question, which is the grudge report. So, what are we grudging with today or this week, actually? New.
Well, so this is less of a grudge and more of a frustration, or kind of like I'm in a pickle, because I've been wanting to buy a new fight stick, and I want it to look a certain way and function for me. So I've been looking at different options, but not like totally taken in by anything I've seen. And then just recently, this video came out about some new MOS controllers, 2 of them, that they're coming out with, 2 types. And I don't know the timeline on that. I don't know how much they're going to be. I'm sure they're going to be, more expensive because of the quality. But I think what I'm going to have to do is wait, because I'm obviously going to want one of those. So that's frustrating, because in the meantime, I'm dealing with the ones that we have. And we actually sent out our other MOS controller to be kind of fixed up. But that's really my husband's to use. So I love playing the fighting games, and I have to play them on a fight stick. I cannot play them on a keyboard. It just wouldn't work for me. It'd be so awkward, or like on a different kind of controller. So that's a little frustrating, because I don't like waiting. I'm not a patient person, but I think that's the right option, because that's the one that I'm going to want, one of those 2 that they're going to put out there. So if anybody hears any more details about price and timing, let me know.
Yay. Open ask from the chat to help us out, or the community. I was thinking in my grudge report how wonderful I didn't have a grudge until I caught up to the chat. And lo and behold, of course, I see this in the middle of the chat. I know Kongs-R-Us was watching Captain's Auctions last night, and I heard that P-Dubs did win a keyword, and he was so excited for it. And knowing Kongs-R-Us is some kind of FOMO. So guess what? You just got on my grudge today. I need to know what this confession is, because I do not want to see a Star Wars battle pod show up in our garage. We already have a Star Wars pod racer that doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's in the garage. That's still in plastic wrap. So I'm a little worried right here. It's gonna be. Oh my sweet lord! What for $5,000 did you buy?
What?
Oh no.
500?
You can hear me.
Someone's sleeping on the couch.
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Hollywood Polo said, new, it's $180 on Amazon for your flight
Oh, he's
stick.
talking about the Mayfair F500. Well, I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out.
Well, Kongs-R-Us, you're on blast. This community better get him to confess soon.
Oh, I actually thought about that, King. That might be an option.
What?
To buy from one of the recent contest people, the fight sticks that they made.
Well, there you go.
Support the community.
Mm-hmm.
And I love how the community is supporting him too. Dubs, thanks for offering your couch. I'm gonna ship him to Arizona.
They're like, he's gonna do it. He's gonna be in trouble. So
Yeah. Well, maybe you can save on shipping, and Kongs-R-Us will drive your Q-Bird over the to. Oh gosh. All right, I'm gonna try to stop looking at this chat so I don't flip that in a little bit. But
No,
Luna,
you're fine.
it's all okay. It's all okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's gonna be all right.
oh my goodness, Luna, do you have anything that you're grudging on right now?
Not really. I'm a little upset that, that Slime VR hasn't really. I mean, you can do it. You can download the server and you can actually use Joy-Cons to do the whole full body tracking, but you have to buy Joy-Cons. Like you can actually like connect the Joy-Cons to your computer and then but you have to buy the Joy-Cons, you have to buy the straps.
Mhm.
And then but the chip shortage has made the Slime VR go back. So, I mean, it's very cheap. It's like $300 versus $600+ for, the vibe trackers. So, yeah, I'm a little upset about that, but that, whatever. It's made it go towards, November of whenever it's going to get released. So,
Oh wow.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. But, it's coming.
Yeah, one thing at a time.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I think that's interesting. Like as we were playing these games, as we're trying to think of like ways, like we get the stock model, whatever it is, but we also want to be able to like change it up, mod it up so that it fits us. And I think this is a good segue to lead into our interview questions with you. But we want to hear a little bit more about your journey playing games and getting into this like gaming world.
Okay. Well, I started playing games when I was like very young, like probably 5, 7. My mom said I was playing math games, so I was really accelerated in math. And then I started out playing like Glover, so the little glove. It's kind of like the Mario 64 kind of.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And then as I got older, I started playing like Sims. I was like really into Sims, and that was pretty much all I would play with Sims and MMOs. And I would just basically be up in my room playing DDR, Sims, MMOs, staying up all night, all this other stuff. And then, so what really got me into the gaming world is I started watching this YouTuber, Deligracy, and she's a big simmer. And I basically wanted to start recording myself playing games, and I've always wanted to be a streamer and all this other stuff. So, and I started about 2 years ago on streaming, finally. So yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I was wondering about that with the streaming, how long you've been doing that. So about
Yeah,
2 years, you said.
2 years. I became affiliate within 3 to 4 months, I think.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was like really, I was happy with myself, and all this other stuff. So of course, I had to take months of breaks because I was going through some mental stuff with my ex-husband. So, yeah.
Well, maybe that helps a little bit, yeah, with being able to kind of take some stress off and play some games. But since we're talking about your streaming, let's get into that because I was going to ask you about that later. So you have a schedule for the most part. And so tell us about the schedule, where people can find you, and what generally you're streaming.
I stream mainly on like Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's around 11 a.m. CST. but it depends on if my work gets in the way,
Mhm.
you know, like if I've got to work on a project or whatever. But basically, I just stream variety of games. So like Destiny 2. Right now I'm streaming Kingdom Hearts. You know, I'm trying to go through all the games, you know, trying to, you know, get a hold of the stories. And I'm wanting to stream Elder Scrolls Online, but I don't know how people are gonna, you know, like that. So, well, I'm just trying to, you know, test the waters on a few things. So, um, do I play any MMOs? It just depends on what it is. Like I've played Perfect World Online. I've played Neverwinter. I've also played let's see. Oh God, Elder Scrolls, of course. Just pretty much,
We're
you know, the
jumping.
fantasy kind of. You know, I'm more so of like a fantasy kind of gamer. You know, like Final Fantasies and stuff like that. So yeah,
Okay.
I've got to play something with a story in it. Otherwise, it's you know, it's
Oh,
a pretty
interesting. You like the
yeah.
storylines. Okay.
I love
That's good
storyline.
to know.
I can't play a game with no storyline. It's just it does. I
I've
can't
seen you
like
play
no.
Mario Kart.
I,
Racing games, probably the
yeah,
exception.
that's the exception. Yeah, Mario Kart. I'm okay with it. I suck at it. So
So do
Yeah,
I. It's great.
I feel like I need a storyline because it gets you like really wrapped into it, makes you want to play a little bit more of it. Because like Mario Karts, those are fun. It was like I got like 10 minutes where I'll just play with something goofy or fun.
Right.
But like having a story just makes it seem like I want to play to the next like cutscene. I want to play to like to figure out like how I'm unraveling this.
Yeah.
right.
So, what do you have as your current favorite games? Not just like what you're streaming for stream purposes, because that could be different.
Oh yeah,
You could-
definitely.
yeah, if you could play, you know, your favorite games, time is not an issue. What would you be playing?
Time is not an issue. I would be playing Sims or Persona 5 because I've got to finish Persona 5.
Okay.
Definitely. Yeah.
You have a buddy in the background.
Yes, that is my child. That is my child. Come here, Kai.
Oh, so cute. Oh.
Yeah, that's my child.
Oh.
I don't have any actual children, so he's mine. He's like my child.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Get that.
That's the best. They don't talk back to you. We're entering that.
Well, he talks back. He actually talks back. He
You're
is
like
sassy.
toddlers.
He is very sassy. So
You do have pets too. Do you do that where you make up their own voices in your head, and then as they're like, well, my cats, when they meow at me, I have like their pretend voice talk to me in their head.
Yeah.
So it's not like, you know, meow, and then I'm just translating to I love you. It's like, I love you, mommy. Do you do that?
exactly.
Yeah, we have each of our animals have a different voice. They all come from my husband, but it's funny because whenever I see them, that's the voice that's in my head now. So it's funny. All right. So next question for you. What's the most difficult game you've ever played?
That's a hard one.
Are they all pretty easy for you? You figure it out pretty easily? I could see that.
Easily. I've kind of, you know, in the beginning, whenever I do play a game, I just kind of go through the controls to see, you know, how to do stuff, and you know, it's okay. You know, it's not too hard. Probably, Kingdom Hearts is probably my hardest game so far.
Okay.
Especially Birth by Sleep, because it's like, oh my gosh. Those bosses are like pain in my butt, and it's like a leveling system, so you have to be a certain level in order to do that stuff. So
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
yeah.
I've seen my son play, and then like when he goes into the boss, it's like you're not that level, so you're like, oh, let me go and like level up, and like you just play the same every little thing. Oh, it's insane. And
Do some grinding first and then get to that level. Okay.
but it's a beautiful game. I love seeing it. I love seeing how they incorporate like the Disney worlds into it too. Because like even the Monsters Inc. one was like it's cute because the characters like Sora, Donald, and Goofy actually get into the style of the characters.
Exactly.
So
All right.
cool question that New posted up. Did you want me to start with that question?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Alrighty. So what game were you obsessed with? You mentioned Sims.
Yeah.
So that was very beginning. Are there any games that you're currently obsessed with now, or any games before that you're obsessed with?
Not quite at the moment. Right now I'm definitely working on I'm definitely excited about the new God of War game coming out. The God of War Ragnarok. I'm very excited about that game.
I haven't really heard of anything about that game. What kind of game is that?
It's I don't know if you've played the first God of War or the newest. Well, the newest one, it came out on PC, but it's basically like the mythological gods. You know, it's like Loki as a kid and his dad, and they go on an adventure together. And the gameplay, and you're playing his dad, and the gameplay is just it's beautiful and it's smooth. You know, I love it. It's like a hack and slash kind of thing.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun if you're like angry.
Need to get some aggression out. I'm gonna go kill some people.
Oh my goodness.
Vanguard. I'm like, I need to shoot some people right now. It's Vanguard.
Exactly.
Well, it's interesting because like God of War, from what I remember, the first like 2 games, you're kind of playing as this guy who was like shunned by the gods. So you're kind of curious to see how this plays out. Yes. But then I also remember it was very much adult material types of games where like, yeah, it's like you're slashing someone's head off, and then another moment you're having a very I wouldn't say romantic relationship with some of the side characters to make sure you complete your quest. And you're like, was that necessary? All right, let's keep going.
Right.
But this one, you're actually playing as Loki's father. Oh, interesting. Wait. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it was always like the original like God of War was like this ripped out. I don't know why he had to be completely white with some kind of like red marking all over his face, and he's holding like this like it looks like a scythe or something that was like chained to him because it was part of his character story of him being like,
a hammer, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. But I do love me those like fantasy games that you mentioned are awesome, and I saw some on the chat too. But I also love games that are related to like mythologies and stuff like that because it's another story game that you're wrapping into, and you're suddenly you're diving into a world that's not only immersive to play, but then also there's some kind of like some kind of linkage to like, culture or like a thought of a belief or something like that. So it's fun to kind of play out too.
Exactly.
Cool.
All right, so here's something I bet people are curious about. What do you do for what I call your jobby job?
My job, I am a special projects manager over at Roadmaps Business Development. Basically, I do the big projects. So I code, I'm a programmer, you know, I do web development, you know, all this other stuff.
Yeah. And it sounds like from our recent communications that you will do side projects sometimes, or you're willing to take that on.
I will.
Is that something that you enjoy, or just for extra money?
I do. I actually just started it, and I was just like, oh, you know, might as well, because I went to I did homeschool through high school because my mom wanted to pull us out of high school because her experience with high school, she didn't want us to be bullied a lot and stuff like that. So just me and my sister. And she basically put us through like creative courses like Photoshop and Dreamweaver and all this other stuff. So yeah, I learned Photoshop at a very young age. So
nice. That's good to learn it.
Yeah, so it sounds like front end development for web design.
Front end and back end, some back end. Yes. Yeah, I do a lot of code.
So what
very frustrating sometimes.
What's your current favorite web development coding language?
PHP.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very ubiquitous. Yeah. I did a little bit of well, I don't code, but I used to sit there and like look at people. For whatever reason, my old boss was like, "You read HTML, so you can read PHP."
Right.
And we're like,
right. It's HTML, PHP, and Bootstrap. Is basically my favorite, you know, codes that I like to do. Yeah.
No, that's all a foreign language to me. So
it's like once you start in one of those, you start to pick up another one, and it starts to glob together. I wish I would have gotten into Bootstraps more because it seems like more useful. I was doing the HTML, PHP, CSS, so those things all loop together, except for like there's little pieces of it you have to remember. Like, no, this was a syntax for this one. You can't use it in this case, and then
right.
Yeah.
Oof.
Sorry, we won't geek out anymore. That was just fun.
No, that's
You're fun.
I get it. My son is into that too, and we were
Yes.
talking one time about how there are some really strange coding programs out there where people just like put funny names to things as far as like the definition. So there could be one that's like full of swear words and, you know, just crazy random stuff. And I had no clue, but it makes sense. I understand enough about it to get like, okay, you could do that.
You can make the styles your own. So like a class, you put in your class, and then you go in your style sheet, and then so you can name that style anything you want.
Right.
So like bad word or whatever you want, and that it'll change the whole thing. So it's kind of cool, you know.
You get
It's fun.
creative with it.
I've seen some people label some other class like, classy class, shitty class. And you're like, really? You want to in the background and go like, I put shitty class in here, and that's what the shitty class is, with some kind of marquee.
Exactly.
Oh, look who joined. Hey, Al. That's our awesome artist that created the artwork that we feature. And we're so happy about that.
Yeah, the thumbnail for our show this morning features Al's art. Thank you so much. I will mail you your art one of these days.
I know. I'm waiting. I've been waiting. Where's my picture?
Soon, but I did have a question. I saw this too. So you mentioned you did photo that thumbnail that you sent to us for the picture you sent for our thumbnails. Did you draw that picture yourself?
No, that was my sister, actually. She went through the Art Institute in Florida. She's actually lives in Tampa right now. And she is a graphic designer. She just did that for free for me. She just kind of like, here you go, have this. And I was just like, oh, cool, you know. She actually works with Not Your Mother's Brands. She's the graphic designer, so like she does the bottles and stuff. So yeah, it's
just a little bit, hun.
Definitely.
Not Your Mother's.
Yeah, it's a hair product.
Oh, and there's Sprite shampoo too.
It's a very big. It's like Demert Brands. It's like a very big company. So yeah.
And she did the artwork for that brand. Cool.
Yeah. I'm really proud of her and stuff. So yeah.
You have a really creative family, being able to do all these things, and I would totally.
I'm more of the logical side than the creative side, but I do have a little bit of creative. I do have a little bit, just a tiny bit.
That's cool that pairing they have the left brain. I mean, if people believe in those world of thoughts where the left brain and then the right brain, being more analytical, being more like logic based, and then the left one being more creative. You pair those together.
Yeah, I believe in that. Yeah.
Awesome sauce.
Yes.
Oh, so then I'm going to jump ahead to the next question. And this also helps segue too, because I saw that Kongs-R-Us was mentioning that in our description for this stream, that is a link to your channel in Twitch. You want to tell us a little bit more about your streaming on Twitch?
Hang on. I'll just go
If you need to finish a donut, that's fine. We're in no hurry.
Okay. Sorry, I just swallowed that piece. Okay. So my streaming on Twitch, basically, I started, streaming, and my vision for streaming is to, lift up female gamers, make a safe space for people to come, vent if they need to, and just kind of share my passion with games with people. So that's basically what made me come into Twitch streaming.
I love that. And that's what we're trying to do here.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even have to be just playing games, but just to be more inclusive with the community. You don't see as many women. And we can get into that, why you maybe think that's the case, and what can be done about it. But I think just more exposure and reaching out, supporting, that's going to have that ripple effect. And I've seen that just since starting, to stream myself. I mean,
exactly.
I never would have had a comfort level with that had I not, watched others doing the same thing, messing up sometimes, technical difficulties. It's okay. It's not a big deal. You know what I mean? Just it's all to have fun, relax. If you are providing something for somebody that's, letting them forget, about their hardships or whatever, great.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's what I kind of create a relaxing space for people to come in. If they want to vent, they can, Of course, I have a little bit of, psychology. I took psychology in college. It's kind of like the first, class. And I've got a lot of, experience with mental health. So, I've got severe depression and major anxiety. So it's just, I just kind of want to create a safe space, but I'll also knock down a crown if I have to. Kind of thing. So,
Nice. I like that.
Crown. I will fix your crown, but I will kick it off if I have to.
Awesome. That's like a tagline for you. I will fix your crown, but I will knock it off if I have to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I love it. I feel like it's interesting because I'm watching Kongs-R-Us do his streams, and he always has a topic or theme that he's talking about. So I always feel a little bit like, what are we going to talk about next or something I have to prepare myself for? But these streams, it's like you're turning it on and you're just enjoying game and just.
Exactly. You just kind of vibe. You just start playing your game, and if people want to come talk, they can, and that's another thing. Like, I just like making friends, because I didn't really have a lot of friends growing up. I only had like maybe one or two, and I was bullied a lot during school. So, it's just kind of, you enjoy making those friends, and it just kind of, it's wholesome.
That's lovely. And I love this community is so supportive of each other. Just reading it really quickly, and as we were talking about like the artwork and stuff like that, they're just sharing back with each other, going like, "You're so talented, you did this," which is great. And I think.
Did we lose her?
Okay, she'll be back. Last time this happened, it didn't take long for her to get back in it. So let's look at the chat a little bit. Let's see. William Wright. More women in the gaming community equals a greater gaming community. Amen to that. Yep. Just more variety in general.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna remove her. She'll come back in a second.
Okay.
Let's see. Next question I had for you actually. Where did the name LadyLunaOda come from?
Okay, so LunaOda came from a character I created when I was a teenager, and I used to role play back in the day, so like fantasy role plays and stuff like that off of MySpace. I created she was like Princess of the Moon. She was like a vampire angel, kind of, she had like red and purple eyes. That's where my avatar, is an inspiration from. She has,
and I love your avatar. Yeah.
Her hair drags the floor, and she's like this mythical thing, and all this other stuff. So basically that's where it came from. And I just was like, LadyLunaOda, whatever. Yeah, that's fine. I started as LunaOda in 1993, but I changed over to LadyLunaOda because it kind of, it rolls off the tongue, so yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's cool. I always like to know where people's, handles come from, their name that they use. It's, if they're because they can go back long way, and you said like I'm like 20. I'll be turning 29 in July, and it was back in like you're a baby.
13.
You're a baby.
I was like 14, 13 whenever I created that. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh.
Start freezing again. There we go. She's back.
Blame B. Just blame B.
And
MMOs.
I know. I've already looked up two machines thinking it was a issue, and like all these other stuff too.
Kick him off the internet. Oh goodness.
Yeah. All right. Well, those are the questions that I had for you. If anybody has questions for Lady, put it in the chat because we're going to talk a little bit longer. We got about 10 more minutes till the end of the hour. But we can start moving on to the general question that we have. Why do you think that, we don't see as many females in the gaming community? I know that they play. It's just they're not as visible, right?
They're on Twitch and bathtub.
Well, that's kind of a hard thing because it depends on so my best friend, she plays games with me as well, but she doesn't want to show her face. Like she's just more of a private person. But I guess it just depends on your, what you feel like doing. Some people just don't want their face out there. Some people are scared of the communities out there. So like I've had people come up on my chat, say because I'm a little, I'm not like skinny, but I'm not overweight either really. So basically I've had people come up in there and be like, "Oh, go eat a salad," or "You sound like a bitch," and all, it just depends on what you can handle. If it's some women, go out there and sexualize themselves. Some women go out there, and they're just real. I'm more of the realist kind of person, I'm not for sexualizing yourself just to get out there. You got to be real. You got to be, so there's gamer girls and then there's girl gamers. So it's just I think the women are also scared because mainly the gamer community out there is men. So and it's kind of like a sausage fest kind of thing. So the guys out there. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like we can just play the game and enjoy the game, but then there's that expectation of who you're supposed to be as you're playing the game.
Exactly. And it's also like it's kind of like how good you're at the game. Some guys are like, "Oh, she's just playing the game. She's so bad at it," and all this other stuff. And some people are like, so like I was playing a game just by myself a couple years back, and my ex-husband's friends are like, "Oh, well, you're so bad at the game, blah 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 blah," and I'm just like, "Screw you." Just play the game. Like,
Yeah, right.
I hate elitists out there that want to, just play on crit mode all the time. And I'm like, I just want to enjoy the story. So I'll just play on normal mode. I won't play on baby mode. I'll just play on normal mode, kind of thing. So
yeah, I mean, we're all coming at it from different angles. So for me, for you, I think for Mrs. Kru, it's about having fun and being relaxing and enjoying other people's company. Now, I get if other people are in it to win it and they're like going for the championships and the fight, I want to be the top. But that's your thing. That's fine. But then you don't have to hate on people who are not in that lane. If they're not in the lane, then who cares? Who cares? Why would you have to comment on, "Oh, you suck at the game"? It just, but you're always going to have people like that. And I think, before I started streaming, I really thought through what are the worst things people are going to say to me.
Exactly.
I need to be prepared for that, and be okay with that, because if I'm not, then I shouldn't be doing it. And not that it's okay, but it will happen. And so how do you feel about that? Do you have enough confidence to say,
and also
it doesn't matter.
It's the support behind you as well that you need. So like building up your community, like mods, like Mecca Roses, she's in the chat, Sierra. She's one of my mods, she's a very good support system, and she basically, just goes through and, yeah.
Trying to click bounces up real fast.
But yeah, she definitely helps out a lot, helps me, get through games and stuff. So yeah, it's definitely a good support system. And Moat, he's a very good support system as well.
Yeah.
A lot of,
sure. What a great guy.
Yeah. So, yep.
I think it's funny as I'm trying to watch the live chat. I just realized Kongs-R-Us threw up a poll for everyone. So
he was on the poll.
Yeah,
got it.
What does Mrs. Kongs-R-Us do to B for buying a new arcade? Make him sleep on the couch, smack him in the head with a sandal, buy her a new piece of jewelry, and make him sell his other arcades. I hope you're all getting the last one.
Right.
Also had a few questions in here, I think.
Yeah, do we get some other questions? I gotta scroll back here. Oh, here's one. Luna, who's your favorite persona in Persona 5?
Futaba. Hands down.
That was quick.
Yeah, Futaba, hands down. She's like my spirit animal. She's the nerdy one that just sits up
Nice.
in her room and codes and stuff and hacks. So yeah.
I think it's interesting. We're all getting comments about like how our fellows are trying to get their ladies to play games with them, and just being able to find games. I think that's one thing that we both kind of, where all of us are talking about, just finding our own comfort levels in the terms of games. We're not gonna play those fighting games.
Right.
Like, I don't feel like keeping my ass before going to sleep. I kind of want to like, have peace in the world before I shut my eyes and think about those things. So getting us that are what we're interested in, and then meeting us at that level and being able to encourage and support that too. It's not so much about like, in some cases, leveling up or like trying to beat us that ass boss. For us, it could just be enjoying the gameplay, enjoying the storyline, enjoying like the fact that these creators did something to kind of captivate us. So I think that's one of the things I would say, if nothing else. I mean, Kongs-R-Us supports the fact that I still love playing all of my I'm gonna say it, my 95, 94 games. So he's down with me if I just want to play Earthworm Jim for like 20 minutes and get off the game, because it's fun to like go through and play those little cutesy things, but I'm not looking to like play super hardcore competitive games. I know my son asked me the other day to play Minecraft with him, and I'm like, mommy's not into that. Sorry.
Like, I'll play a little bit, of some competitive games, but I'm not like super into it. I'm more like a chill kind of vibe, so like fighting games and stuff like that. I'll play them, but like I'm not super into it. So
Yeah. Well, like recently playing Pokemon, and that goes back, like Yellow goes way back, right?
Yeah.
So
when
I was looking at the graphics, I was just, it's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful looking game.
It is. I love Pokemon.
And maybe that, I don't know, I was kind of like, that sounds stupid in a way, but that's a part of why I like playing it, because the visuals, and it's just, I can sit on the couch and play it and watch TV at the same time. And it's just very soothing. And, who doesn't like looking at cool art? Another one that I tried on there, but I couldn't because I didn't have a fight stick. But there's a Street Fighter game on there, and amazing. It just looked amazing. I was just stunned, and it's older. So I don't know, that part of it too, the artistic style of the games can really draw me in.
Have you tried Breath of the Wild yet?
No.
Oh my God, it's so beautiful.
I know. There's so many out there that I have yet to enjoy. So
Arceus is the same engine. So if you want to try Pokemon Arceus, it's about the same engine. It's actually got the same sound effects, which is very weird to me. I noticed that. I was just like, but why? It's like, I guess because it's Nintendo, but still, just but why?
It's not broke, don't fix it. I don't know. Yeah, I'll definitely try that one.
There isn't a single Pokemon game that isn't pretty. Oh, far back, like Pokemon Red, where we're still living in like pixels and blocks.
Oh yeah,
that was me.
It has a charm to it.
But I have to say, like, probably the last competitive game I've ever played was just Pokemon Go, and then like I pretty much stopped right at the pandemic. I was like, you can't
Pokemon Go.
Yeah,
I've been playing since 2016, actually, whenever it first came out.
You've been playing so on your phone now?
I have it on my phone. I've got like loads of shinies, loads.
That's what I would like. I would go out and play because I wanted the shinies, and then sometimes you're like, I want a pink version of this Pokemon. I will go and catch everything, and I think that's probably what kickstarted my the labor for my second kid. It was just like walking around constantly. At one point, my doctor told me, I think you're experiencing labor pains because you're walking around too much. This game will make you walk from stop to stop just to pick up items and do things, because they also do things like track your metric, like see how far you've walked.
It's just flex.
Who is
Shiny
it?
Yeah.
I have those flex. But yeah, I've got like plenty.
See, I have not put any, well, outside of Chuzzle, I haven't put any games on my phone because I feel like that's going to be dangerous for me.
It is very dangerous. I'll just play there and just play games like crazy. So, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Has anyone played Pokemon Unite?
I played a little bit of it, not too much. It didn't really. Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah.
There's one, a good interest for me. So.
This is. Are we talking about Hollywood Polo? What's your favorite team setup in Final Fantasy's Tactics?
I don't think. Oh, I think I know what he's talking about. Probably. I think he's talking about like probably like a mage or melee or whatever. I'm more so like a mixture. So like I'll have like 2 melees and a mage, so like a healer and 2 melees. So yeah.
I was worried. Were you trying to get like tactics and stuff like that too? Oh, I got another +1
That's what
for
he's talking about, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
another +1 for Breath of the Wild to check out. I guess I have to swipe the game for my son just to play it.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild is having another one coming out soon. So
Oh, okay. So that's why it's kind of been.
It's been very popular lately. People are trying to, finish and stuff, which I've already finished. I've even finished the expansion pass. I finished it like years ago, so I even got the Master Sword.
Oh wow!
Yeah, the thing was a hard pain in the butt to get because you have to have enough hearts to get it because you got to pull it out of a stone.
Wow.
So, yep.
Oh, here's another question from William Wright. Luna, do you ever play DCUO? That stands for something.
What's that?
I just read as Dukyo. I don't know.
Have to elaborate.
Now I gotta look it up. Oh, DC Universe Online. I played a little bit of it. I haven't actually played the online, but I've played like oh god. I've played like my favorite DC is Harley Quinn. Definitely.
Okay.
So yeah. But yeah, I haven't played DC Online at all. I might look into it maybe.
Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, here's another question from Polo. He's got the good questions. Do you have an interest in picking up an iArcade machine to play? Then you can play with them.
Well, technically, I have one.
Well, Moat has one. Yeah.
So, I mean, I could play on that one, but I'm not really big on, the arcade machines. I enjoy it. I'm more like a Galaga Pac-Man kind of person, but
Okay.
I'm not a big fight games. Kind of. I'll play them, but I'm not really. Meh. It's all right.
I'm sure a lot of the games that you're playing on the keyboard. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. I play on the keyboard and my controller as well.
I was gonna say, let's see your controller that you use.
I think that's the PS5. It's the Cosmic Red. It actually looks pink in real life. I don't know why the coloring is acting up, but it looks pink for some reason.
And so does that version shake when it, when things happen to and all that?
The haptic feedbacks on this is actually really cool. So if you're shooting a bow and arrow, the triggers are a little bit harder to press.
Oh, wow.
And that's what the PS5 does. It's just the haptic feedbacks that they have, and the vibrations are actually very smooth, and it's just whenever you're playing Gran Turismo or whatever. So whenever you're pressing the gas down, it actually feels like you're driving on the controller.
Oh, wow.
And whenever you're sliding out, whenever you try to press the brakes, it's harder to press down on the brake.
So it makes it feel like real life. I should try that one more. I've just been playing the starter game, the little robot guy that's running around and collecting coins.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I have to say, this fool. He's giving money back to the channel, but he wants to thank me for being amazing, for building understanding amazing woman.
I'm trying to minimize the fallout.
Oh no, $10 basically means something bad is gonna happen.
That's her money too.
Oh gosh.
He did say he uploaded something for me. With you always.
Oh yay, thanks. Oh, here's a side that opens up here.
I'm supposed to do something.
Oh, ow.
Oh, I just got a moment with Kong.
Okay, that's my new favorite.
That's great.
We had just opened the Razor Crest. We didn't think things came off of it. I know you can pull panels off of it, but somehow he just managed to flick it straight into his face. Maybe I'd have felt better. been many a moments where if you're around Kongs-R-Us, for whatever reason, he just doesn't think there's people near him. So he'll just like, I don't know why he needs to
I do
open.
the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why I don't like. I just get out of my bubble. I'll smack you. I was walking next to a guy friend a couple years back, and like my arms decided to do this swinging thing because it was the dark. I didn't know, and I accidentally smack him in the nads.
Oh,
Falls down to the ground. I'm like, what did I do? And he was like, oh, I'm like, oh, sorry. It was great. I was just like, I just about died laughing.
All right, so I think this is a suggestion maybe for you, lady. Try Wreckfest on PS5. Fun.
I heard it's really good. I got it whenever it was free. So yeah, I heard it's really, really good.
Cool. This has been a really, really fun chat with you too, and getting to know you more, Luna. This is awesome. I love all the support and community that's coming in too. This was a really interesting female representative in the gaming community, kind of like what's up with that. And we love to be able to hear everyone's feedback, but also to join in the conversation. So I'm going to close it out by just asking if there's anything new, or anything coming up, anything you want to talk about. But just finally, what are you all looking for? So Luna, anything new, projects or things that you're doing?
Not really. New is wanting to redo her website, so we're gonna communicate on that, and all this other stuff. So I'm excited to do that. But I haven't really, had any projects come through that I'm excited to do. But it's just kind of, I'm just kind of, whatever. It's kind of chill, just go with the flow kind of person. So,
So have you thought of like when you complete the game that you're working on now that you're streaming, what's going to be next or not yet?
Oh, well, of course, I got to go through the whole lore of, Kingdom Hearts. So I'm going to be watching the cutscenes of the other two games. So that's like 6 hours of cutscenes that I've got to go through.
Wow.
Actually Mecca, sent me like the dumbed down part of, the cutscene, so it cut it down to like 2 hours. I actually watching those on stream.
Yeah, every new world you jump into is basically a little mini movie. So it's like that's what adds up to the hours. And then you play like 4 worlds or something like that. So yeah, when you think about that, you have a intro movie and then an outro movie too.
Yeah, definitely. And basically I just gotta do that, and then I'll play Kingdom Hearts 3. Like I've played a little bit of Kingdom Hearts 3, but I haven't really like played a whole bunch of it. I never actually finished it. So I plan on finishing that on the game, and then we'll see what happens next. I don't know. I have no clue. It depends on what comes out.
You still got a lot to work through, it sounds like.
Yeah, definitely.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for joining us.
Me.
So good to hear more about you. And I'll be lurking on your streams for sure.
Definitely.
Everyone in the chat, take a look at our description that links directly to Luna's Twitch stream link, and we'll all see you soon. Happy Sunday.
Bye. Have a good one.
Thank you for joining.
Oh my gosh, I'm supposed to click on this outro. Sorry, y'all. Here we go.